In my opinion, you should kill this guy. You should kill this guy.
How do I get a college football scholarship? A series where we evaluate active high school football players and share with them feedback on their game film, as well as what division they have the best chance of earning a college football scholarship at right now based on their film. And then ultimately, and most importantly, share with them what they need to do to get to the next level. And so Brian Overton, our head coach here at Next Play, who has 15 years of Division I college football recruiting experience, is gonna work alongside with me, who does all of our evaluations, to evaluate Mr. Parker Sutherland here. We're gonna break down his film, and then again, at the end, share what level he has the best chance of getting a scholarship at, which is the big reveal that everybody always wants to know. And if you wanna get a professional evaluation of your son to know what divisions he has the best chance to get a scholarship at, then I'll leave a link in the description below this video. So Brian, take it away, man. Let's jump right into Mr. Parker Sutherland.
I appreciate it. So we're obviously evaluating Parker here today, guys. He's a 2025 tight end. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just kind of let the play or the tape roll. And as we go along here, I'll just kind of comment on some of the things we're looking for. As the play goes on, some things he did good on that play, maybe some things he could do better on that play, and just kind of go through it kind of step by step until we get to the end. And then overall, obviously, like Richie said, we'll go over some divisions and maybe some things that he can do, to try to level up that evaluation over time. Cool. So we're just going to hit play here and just kind of let it run. And so
it's pretty big, 6'6", 220.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, big guy. So coming off the ball here, Parker, what we're looking for, so when you got to the top of that route, we really want to see you stick your foot in the ground, and take that high angle. A fantastic catch there, though.
I do kind of want to go back on this because, let's see. So
there you go.
This is what I'm watching, right? Come here, stick your foot in the ground.
Right, so right there, we really want to stick your foot in the ground and get that sharp angle there in case that coverage was a little tighter. Fantastic job, though, catching the ball, getting your feet down. Great catch, big-time play there, okay? Yeah. Lined up in the inline position right here, same thing. Good swing through, good swipe through there. But again, set him up, kind of drop your hips at the bottom of that route and blow him by, okay?
Yeah, so I'm a receiver, so I'm going to have fun with it.
There you go.
But when you're coming out of that break, man, it should be, you're coming out, looking forward. It didn't look like there was a guy ahead of him. It looked like there was a guy to the side of him. But when you're coming out of that break, you got to drop your hips, put your shoulders over your knees, pumping your arms, boom, and get out of it.
Yeah.
Get out of it quick.
And Parker, I get it. You're 6'6", you're way up there, you know what I mean? But
it's easier for me, that is fair.
That's what we're talking about with, that's where good flexibility and all that stuff comes in, though, and that's what makes you, a high level, at the college level, a high level, pass catching tight end. Is being able to get in and out of those breaks, even at your size, at a high level. We're not asking you to do it like a, outside receiver or anything like that. But the better you get at that stuff, the better you'll get as a player, being able to really sharply get in and out of those breaks. So that's some of the stuff we're looking for there. Same thing here. You did a little better job.
I'm going to rewind it because we got to know where he's at. Okay, he's at the top slot.
Yeah. So I think you did a little better job here, getting out of your break.
Boom.
Great catch out of your catch radius and getting vertical and finishing this run, okay? I love the 3 or 4 yards after the catch. That is fantastic. And you caught the ball out of your catch radius, which was really good job. You're showing off some really good ball skills. Great catch right here in traffic. Yeah. So you're getting a little better as the tape goes on. Good catch in traffic there, though. You're showing off some really good ball skills with your size, which is awesome. You guys got a little trick play going there. Good job just finding the end zone, to be honest with you, just getting in there, okay? All right. So really want to talk about some of this stuff right here. Obviously, you did if you want to take that back real quick for me, Richie.
Yeah, because I want to know, what exactly are you looking for?
Right.
That was good. Get in the end zone. Cool.
So right here, Parker, and for tight ends, so you're obviously lined up on the end line now, on the line of scrimmage, okay? When we're looking at stuff like this, it's obviously probably a blocking play. We know that because, you're kind of you got the tight copy of the film here, right? Okay. But what we're looking for here is you coming out of your stance explosively and with good pad level in the run game. Okay, so obviously we know you're a longer guy, right? So you're going to have to play with good pad level. When you get on the college level, obviously the guy's not going to look like this. That you're going to have to block, or if they're head up or a 9 technique outside. Okay. All right, so you're going to have to play with much better pad level, all right, which means getting under your hips, and really being able to strike the guy and get inside the framework of the numbers, okay? So what we're looking for here, and you can let it run now because we can see, if you want to let it run, Richie, and we can see exactly what they're asking you to do. But right here, see how you're playing really high? You should be, even though that guy's smaller, you should be up under him.
It's because he's so small.
Right, but you got to get down there to him, right? You still got to get your hips underneath you, right? You know what I mean? Because every guy may not be 6'6" either, you know what I mean? You could be blocking a 6'2", 250-pound guy that's just a dog at the next level, and you got to get down there to him.
Yeah.
Okay? And so we're looking at you coming off with power, with good pad level, and really driving that guy down and washing him down. It looked like they were just asking you to wash him down inside the line of scrimmage, which you did a pretty good job there. But that's what we're looking for on those run blocking plays, playing with physicality, playing with good pad level, and finishing blocks. Those are the three things we're looking for in the run game at tight end. Especially if you're lined up on the line of scrimmage.
All right, so he's in the middle slot over here. Get off the ball. Block. Same thing.
Okay, same thing here. All right. In my opinion, you should kill this guy. Okay? That's my personal opinion. All right? He's inside. You know where you're going. He does not know where you're going. All right? You need to come off of there, and you need to ear hold that guy physically. You know what I mean? You should destroy this guy, in my opinion. All right? Don't just run up to him. You kind of did this. You know what I mean?
I will say a lot of players are worried about like the blindside blocking penalties and.
Yeah, but he was facing them.
Okay, that's
like
true.
He had his chest like literally pointing towards him.
I was trying to give him the benefit. of that.
Yeah. I want you to, I want you to have really good tape and transition it to the college level, right? You know what I mean? So you got to play your size to your advantage.
All right, let's do one more play and then we'll talk about divisions.
Okay.
Look at this one. Dragging the back of the end zone. Nailed him. Nice catch, too.
I mean, the best part about that was the catch, man. You've shown off some really good skills, being able to, catch the ball in traffic. That is definitely one of your distinguishing characteristics, is your ball skills at your size and the way you finish runs and things like that.
Coming across the top.
Yeah. So you've shown that 2 or 3 times on the tape that you can catch the ball in traffic, which is a huge distinguishing characteristic for a guy your size, right? If you can catch the ball out of your catch radius, with body control at that size, that is a great trait to have in the passing game at tight end.
All right, so let's talk about it. What divisions?
So a couple things. One, I love your size, right? You can't teach size, even at the next level. And there's just not a ton of it out there, okay? Whether it's tight end.
6'6" is solid.
Yeah, 6'6", 200 and some change. That's really solid high school player size tight end. There's not a lot of those running around. Just take it from me personally. So I love your size. And I also love, and I just got through talking about it, while you can polish up your route running skills, and we showed some things like that, it's not terrible, right, as a high school tight end, but your ball skills are well above average for your size. Your catch radius is well above average for your size and your length, okay? So you really got that going for you. So your ball skills and your size. I do like the way you finish runs. You showed it early in the tape when you kind of caught the ball, out of the catch radius. You got vertical really quickly. You finished runs, things like that. And then the third thing is, in the run game, I would like to see you be a lot more physical, play with more pad level, not as handsy and armsy, really getting shoulder pads on people, with flexibility, getting under your hips a little more. But all those things are really good, and I think that translates to, I think you're a really, really solid right now FCS player because of all those reasons. But I would also, I would also target G5s because of your size and all the reasons I just gave you. A lot of things can happen between.
You just need one coach at the G5 level.
Yeah, you don't have to have all of them to like you, because you're going to be intriguing because of all the reasons I just told you. So if you target those guys, and you get a school to like you, I would not be surprised at all to see a G5 opportunity pop for you. if the outreach was being done correctly and you got the tape in front of enough coaches. But I think right now, based on those reasons, I think you're a solid FCS player.
Now, what would he need to do to get to the next level? Like, let's say he wants to be a solid G5 with the potential to go Power 4. What would he need to do?
You'd really have to be able to. I think in the passing game, you're right where you need to be. It would really be predicated on the run game. But if you want to touch on both of them, it was more about
his size. Like, does he need to get to 230?
Yeah, and that'll happen. I think if you get in the weight room and keep eating, I think you're naturally going to get bigger and stronger. If you really wanted to level up, if you were 6'3", 6'6", 240, 250 pounds, that's solid. You know what I mean? That's a solid Division I tight end. So if you're talking about height and weight, okay, but. Polishing up the pass routes is a huge plus, okay? But the biggest thing is going to be, can you put your hand in the ground, and either set the edge, in the run game, physically set the edge in the run game where they can run outside zone or any kind of perimeter run game and not get it blown up where you're losing ground, and being able to, if they want to run power and gap schemes like the play I showed you earlier, when the guy was lined up inside of you, can you play with good pad level and just kind of wipe the side down along with the tackle, okay? Those are what the elite tight ends do that really level up at the high level, Power 4 type tight ends. They're able to do much of both. Now, it obviously depends on scheme and what they're asking you to do. You may not go to a school that asks you to do a ton of that.
Yeah.
They may love your size and your athletic ability and your ball skills, to the point where they want to play you off the line of scrimmage in the slot and throw it to you a bunch more.
Right. That's why the G5.
Yeah. So scheme matters too. You know what I mean? But if you want to be a total package, tight end, those.
Do you think it'd be worth his time looking at like the Big 12, like schools that really do spread it out like that? And
all of them, it's different now. Like it used to be, like fun and gun, by conference and things like that. Now even Oklahoma and guys like that with the coaching carousel, now it's so much about who the coordinator is more so than the conference. You know what I mean? So they all use them so differently.
SEC used to be very pro offense heavy.
Yeah,
now it's not really like that.
Because a lot of the same coaches were in those conferences. They were big air raid guys. Most of those guys were in the Big 12. Now it's more, there's so much movement with coaches and offensive schemes and things like that. It kind of depends on the fit. But I think you've got a really, really bright future, again, for all those reasons. But I think, again, you're a solid FCS player. I would target them really heavily and try to get as many, coaches involved at that level. But I would also spend some time at the G5 level, especially with this timeline here that we got going forward, going into the first of the year. I think that would be time. That'd be time well spent.
The next 6 months are going to be critical.
Yeah.
From an outreach standpoint, from a marketing standpoint. If you play your cards right, you could absolutely end up with some G5 offers. Yeah. You don't do any marketing, you don't do any outreach at a very high level, then the odds of that happening are pretty slim to none.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many good players every year, don't get opportunities because simply enough people don't see their tape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're too good of a player for people to not see your tape. So I think you got a really, really bright future.
Awesome. Well, Brian, appreciate your sharing your insights here, and hope I asked questions that you had in your mind as you watched this video. And if you got value from this video and want to watch more videos just like it, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification. And if you want to see a previous evaluation that we did, I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you want to watch the last video where we share the 3 most costly mistakes that most players make that hold them back from earning a scholarship, you're going to want to watch this video right here.